Hey guys, welcome back to the Kool-Aid Podcast. Welcome back to episode 51. On today's episode, we're going to be discussing today's games. It's going to be France versus Poland and England versus Senegal. Apologies for the missed days. We were doing a lot of traveling and a lot of, our schedule was just kind of conflicted, and that's why we've been missing a couple of days. But let me choose my co-host, Alvaro.
Yo,
All right, Alvaro. First game of the day, it was France versus Poland. It ended in a France victory. It was 3-1 actually. What are your match thoughts?
I mean, Mbappe kind of shut all his haters up. A
Mbappe
lot
is
of people,
different,
a
bro.
lot of people want to call him overrated because on the Haaland and Mbappe debate, who's gonna be the next goal? He had a great game.
Yeah,
Disgusting first goal. He got a nice little brace. And I mean, that was a plan in this game. The only way Poland could somehow win this was by parking the bus for 90 minutes and hoping for one counter attack or hoping for a draw into overtime. There was really not much they could do. I mean, everybody expected France to win, but they got the job done. Um,
yeah,
yeah, it
yeah.
was.
Well, it was like that. But France actually were pretty attacking in the first half. They attacked France a lot, and I think France actually got lucky in the first half because there were a couple missed chances from Poland. If that goes in, it's a completely different story. But but France looked. I mean, but Poland looked much better than France in the first half. But then once again, if you don't put away the chances, um, Mbappe with the quality that France has, that they're going to put you to the sword. And France looked really strong. That duo of Mbappe and Dembele, man, it's looking dangerous. And looking onto the quarters, the England versus France game is going to be a very exciting roundup.
That's gonna be a juggernaut match. That could be. Who knows? Maybe whoever wins that is going to the finals. So
Yeah, well, yeah, because they're in the hard side of the bracket.
exactly. So I mean
Yeah,
that
it's going to be like super intense.
that's gonna be crazy. So,
um, But well, okay. So when we look at the game, for Poland, France won 3-1. Mbappe brace. I believe he's on 9 World Cup goals right now, and he's only 23. That's insane, bro. He's past Maradona. He's past Ronaldo. He's tied with Messi. He's passed so many legends already, and he's breaking records. And
no,
Mbappe is just
and everybody's gonna say, "Oh, but he has the support system to feed him the passes and stuff." He's just nasty. There's no other way to put it. He's just nasty. What people like to criticize is that he hasn't won shit with PSG, but putting everything to aside, World Cup matters, and he has a lot
it,
of people fade in the World Cup. He's the complete opposite. He's carrying
yeah,
that team.
yeah, exactly. He's a generational talent. And yes, he is blessed with a great team, but also Mbappe is a fantastic talent. He is a goal scorer, and he shows it in the occasion. He's such an amazing player, and yeah, France are blessed to have him. And another player who broke a record was Giroud. He became France's all-time goal scorer. I believe was it 52 or 53 goals?
I'm not sure. I know he passed Tyree Henry, but
Yeah. He passed
I'm not.
Henri
I
for
think it's 52.
yeah, I think so too. 52 goals. Um, but France are looking like extremely dangerous. They're looking
And
solid in the defense.
look, Giroud has not been bad. I mean, he everybody kind of like overlooks him because of
Yeah,
the rest of the team. He's not been bad. I mean, obviously, if that attack consisted of Dembele, Benzema, and Mbappe, that team will be way scarier. But Giroud's a nice set piece. I mean, he
yeah.
did a pretty good job. So I mean, he's there for the lo de mates. He's there for the small things,
And
and he's getting it done.
he's doing a great job so far because when you look at how they're playing, he was the one who opened the scoring, who got the
Yeah.
first goal. But now moving on to the second game, it was England versus Senegal. Now I think England were lucky in the start of the game because Senegal were coming at England. And if one was from some really key saves from Jordan Pickford, they could have gone from behind. But then, as always, when you don't put away your chances, the big teams are going to punish you. England, then they hit you on the counter, and they put you to the sword.
Definitely no. And just like you said about the France Poland game, Poland came out looking good in the first half. Senegal did all they could at the start. I mean, they got their chances, and just like you said, when you're playing a team that you are significantly inferior going into the game, like Senegal, you have to take your chances and you have to execute them. They got enough chances. That crazy save by Pickford that he did off pure reflexes with a sand that he like
Oh yeah, it
slid
was
far away.
that very first save.
That that was their golden chance out of like 4 or 5 that they had to score. I mean, that's on Senegal. You can't say, oh, England dominated. England dominated the second half
Yeah,
and the end of
exactly.
the first. But those
Hmm.
first 20 something minutes, 30 minutes were Senegal,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
they couldn't
Hmm.
pull away. And then you see England's attack. You see Harry Kane getting
Yeah,
a nice cañonazo. We see Henderson, who I mean, I think they got to start him against France. He had a good game. I think
yeah,
they started him.
yeah. He played a good game. He got the goal.
I think they got to start him against France,
Yeah,
and then Zaka. I mean, maybe that's a lot of people were talking shit, saying that Rashford should be starting there. That shows you how stacked England is.
yeah. England's attacking options are really nice.
Disgusting.
Um, yeah, but this game it made me think: how does Senegal team look with Mane? Because we have to think Mane is a huge miss for Senegal, and he got injured like right before the tournament, and Senegal were looking like the dark horses. Um,
Wait, and I just had a brain fart. Who was in Senegal's group?
Senegal's group it was the Netherlands, Qatar, and Ecuador.
Right, right. If Mane is playing for Senegal, you could make the argument that Senegal could have finished first.
They could have.
And I
Um,
mean that changes that could probably change the U.S. End result against Netherlands. That could change a lot of things.
yeah,
So
it could change things, but you know it happens. It happens. So now, unfortunately, Senegal are out and England are through. But I think the game can review results is basically like, hey, if you don't put away your chances, you're going to be punished for it, and that's what basically happened. And now we have a basically a quarterfinal of England versus France. Now, that's going to be a crazy game. It's just going to be insane because
right, right.
Mbappe,
You go ahead, go ahead.
Mbappe against Maguire.
Hey,
That's going to be
Maguire
scary.
has had a very good World Cup.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here. But no, look, this is gonna be this quarterfinals break it's gonna be more entertaining than most semifinals that we've ever seen, more finals that we've ever seen. This quarterfinal could very well, like I told you, be the final of the World Cup. It looks so good, France, England, that I mean, who will they face? Like whoever advances will face Argentina.
Wait, no, no, they're on we still have to wait for I think it's Monday's game, and Monday no, Spain plays against Morocco and Portugal plays against Switzerland.
And then the winner between Spain and Morocco will face Argentina, right? No,
No,
I'm
hold on.
so confused with all this bracket
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah. Let me try to pull it up right
No,
now.
that's true. Because once by Spain finishing second, they got to skip out on Argentina and Brazil for the quarterfinals.
Yeah, bro, they looked
Oh,
out.
it's like no, South Korea and no Croatia, Japan. I think.
No, Croatia and Japan is on the Argentina side. Let me try to pull it up. Let me see if I have it. Nah, that's not it. Um, okay. So hold on. It's basically gonna be the winner of Portugal and Switzerland and Spain and Morocco. They're gonna play in the quarterfinals. For example, let's say Portugal and Spain. The winner of that game is then gonna go into the semifinals and play the winner of France and England.
Right,
Do you get it?
right, right.
Yeah, so it's just gonna be like that.
But yeah, no,
Um,
no, that France England game, that's gonna be the first. majorly anticipated match of the World Cup.
Yeah, the
'Cause a lot of
quarterfinals
us,
are
a lot of us were hyped for some group stage games, but this is the first real
this,
anticipation that we see. Like,
this is like a this is well the Spain and Germany was a very tough game.
no, and that's what I'm saying. Like group stage is important, but again, if you draw that game, you can probably win the
Yeah,
second and advance.
exactly.
This
But
is
this
the
is
game
like
that you have to win or go home.
yeah,
So,
exactly. It's either win or go home, and both teams are looking very strong. And it's gonna be a super exciting time to see who goes through.
and you know what? I would actually like to like for real quick. Let's look at the weaknesses of each team, because the way that England played in the group stage, especially against USA, they were playing way too defensive. It seemed almost as if they didn't realize what they had as firepower in the attack. Um, and we don't know if France, with their high press, maybe they target English defense and opens and forces them to open some holes in the back, or if England goes with the same game plan that they went today against Senegal. I don't really know
Yeah,
because
yeah, because when you look at the England side, they're very solid defensively. And we know that Southgate is a very conservative manager, so he's gonna put a low block. He's gonna be very solid. And France are gonna have to break down that low block. And that's why having a play like Giroud is gonna be very helpful because hey, you can just put in a cross when you have Dembele, when you have players that are very good on the ball. You can play in some good crosses, and hey, you can get a goal.
And Walker is gonna have a field day with Mbappe because we know how good
Oof,
Walker is on the right.
that's gonna be
The
an
the,
insane battle.
the tough thing's gonna be Shaw with Dembele because Shaw is a very solid left back. Dembele is a speedster, so we're
Yeah,
gonna see if maybe someone like Foden if they start Foden at left wing, they might need to drop him back significantly to hop out with Dembele. We gotta see how they work strategy with that, especially with Dembele's cutting.
exactly. It's gonna be an insane matchup in the battles. But today's games, who would you say performed better, England or France?
Who will you say?
Oof,
Because the thing is, like we both see the same thing. They both started out playing like shit. They both started like underperforming a little bit in the first
mhm.
20 minutes or so, and then they play like they were supposed to. So I mean,
You know what? I would say England look better because their goals were more of like a collective. Because when you
I
look
will
at,
say, I will say that yes, because yeah, you're right. Because they have more chemistry on the goals,
mhm.
and also realistically, Senegal is more of a competitor than Poland against big teams. If
Yeah,
we're seeing it realistically.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
mean, yeah, I will say England. They play, yeah, they play better as a team. And Mbappe carried France. Yeah, we already know that the game was 1-0 when he went off, but still, like overall team chemistry and a team win. I think England. I think England.
Yeah, the goals that England scored, I think, were much better than France's. Even though I would say because the goals from France are basically individual brilliances from Kylian Mbappe.
Exactly.
The second goal was a nice counter, but it was basically set up for Mbappe.
And
Um,
what you said right now, that they were pure brilliance from Mbappe. If England targets the shit off Mbappe in the next
what
game,
what you're gonna have to do is not give him any space.
exactly. We'll see how France responds to that.
Yeah, exactly. Because
Because
Mbappe is a player
again,
that thrives on space. He's not
and
good in loose
Mbappe
spaces.
has not faced a single team with a right back like Walker.
Oof, it's gonna be tough. Yeah, because
So,
Walker has that pace.
so he has not faced any team like that so far in the World Cup. So we'll see how he adjusts. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see, we'll see. But before we round off, who do you have making it to the semis? France or England?
England's more experienced because we
Okay,
know how much France is missing. I'm
it's
gonna
a
say
young France.
England. If they're able to hold down Mbappe,
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying England.
Okay,
I will
okay.
say England.
I'm actually gonna go for England as well. I think if that France are gonna struggle to break down that low block, but I'm wouldn't be surprised if France manage to reach the semis again.
It's gonna be a crazy game. It's gonna
It,
be a
it,
crazy.
it's it's gonna be an intense game. But guys, that was it for today's episode. As always, I post a link on Twitter. If any of you guys want to join, you're always welcome to. You can join in and discuss with us. But As always, like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see you guys later.
Bye, guys.